get low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Brian Giles with Brian Giles MTG. And hoo-ha, we're back with more Foundations Crazy Spoilers. Starting our list off with, I know it's still in foreign languages in Japanese. This is Fishing Rod. An artifact equipment for 1 generic mana. Equipped creature has pay 1, tap Fishing Rod, place a bait counter on Fishing Rod. Whenever equipped creature becomes untapped, remove the bait counter from this equipment. If you do, create a 1/1 blue fish creature token. Looks like it has equip. It doesn't have it here. It looks like it equips for 2 generic. So, hoo-ha, you got a way of making some fish tokens. Which is interesting, you know. This is probably something that was left over from the Bloomborough set that didn't make the cut, but they put it in here as part of that whole idea. Next up, we have Seismic Rupture, a red and 2 for an... I would imagine it would be an instant, although I'm not quite familiar with all my Japanese characters. Seismic Rupture deals 2 damage to each creature without flying. If I remember, it is an instant. It is a reprint. I recall the card, but I haven't seen it in quite some time. Okay. Next up are some of the face cards for the Jumpstart, Foundation's Jumpstart set. And some of these are absolutely disgustingly insane. These are in the anime artwork, which is actually, I kind of like these. This is Brygon, Soldier of Meletis. So a white and 1 for a 2/2 legendary human soldier with vigilance. Not bad. Has heroic. Whenever you cast a spell, targets Brygon, Soldier of Meletis, put a +1/+1 counter on Brygon. And you can tap her and remove a +1/+1 counter for Brygon to draw a card. That's some serious value there. Hoo-ha! You can target her with spells and then put +1/+1 counters on her, or remove a +1/+1 counter to draw a card. So, in a +1/+1 counter deck, hoo-ha! This thing will do things. Hoo-ha! And this is not even the insanity yet. Next up, yes, you collectors are going to be a little upset. We got Doubling Season in the classic Doubling Season artwork. So a green and 4 for an enchantment that reads, the effect will create 1 or more tokens on your control, creates twice that many of those tokens instead. The effect will put 1 or more counters on a permanent you control, puts twice that many of those counters on that permanent instead. But this is a highly used enchantment and is highly sought after. And I see the reason for putting it in this set. But again, because of the reprints, it will probably tank the value a bit. But it puts a powerful enchantment in the hands of beginners. Oh my god. The anime artwork of this. Oh, yeah, yes. Now that may be worth just the collectability of that, just to get the anime artwork with it. And I did not hear what the pull rate is for the anime artworks. Next up is Sphinx of Forgotten Lore, a reprint for two blue and 2. You get a 3/3 Sphinx with flash and flying. Of this creature attacks, target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard gains flashback until end of turn. The flashback cost equal to that card's mana cost. Yes, flashback is a thing, and it's going to be a thing going forward. Now, this is an insane card. Yes, it's Mythic. It deserves a rating much higher than Mythic. This is Thurid, Mare of Destiny. 2 white and 2 generic for a 2/4 legendary Pegasus. It has flying and lifelink. At that's value in itself. But it says, whenever you cast a Pegasus, Unicorn, or Horse creature spell, copy it. Of course, the copy becomes a token. Other Pegasi, Unicorns, and Horses get +1/+1. Excuse me? What the holy horse hell did this come out of? I mean, you got a good value creature at a 2/4 flying lifelink. That's a creature lord for 3 different types of equine creatures. For those of you that don't know, equines are horse-like. And it makes a copy of any one of those creatures when you cast that particular creature. Dude, do you even know what you can do with a deck like that? We've had a couple of horse lords before. But this is insane. We haven't had any lords for unicorns or Pegasi before. So this encompasses that whole realm. And there are a lot of them, especially at common and uncommon levels for Pegasi and unicorns. As well as, a number of legendary unicorns. So this is insanity. Building a deck around this guy is gonna be crazy. And it copies stuff. I am so down for this. They've needed a lord for Pegasi and unicorns for a long time, and we've had some horse ones, but now you have just bum ba da ba. Hello, Wild Horses deck. Hoo ha! Next up, we have Paul Jamar Illusionist. So it's a kind of beefy 2 blue and 4 for a 4/5 legendary human illusion wizard. It has flying. When it enters, choose a creature type. Draw a card for each creature you control of that type. Excuse me? Card draw for whenever you cast a creature of a certain type. This, you can build all sorts of stuff around that. And with card draw, that's pretty sick, if you ask me. Hoo-ha. Next up is another Jumpstart card in Ophelia Viper Whisperer. So it's a black and 1 for a 1/3 legendary Gorgon assassin with Death Touch. Whenever Ophelia attacks, you may pay a hybrid green, black, and 1. If you do, create a 1/1 black snake creature token with Death Touch. Okay, that's kind of cool. She's a snake lady that makes more snakes. Or you can pay a black and 4 till end of turn whenever one or more of your Gorgons and or snakes you control deal combat damage to a player. That player loses half their life rounded up. Excuse me? Pay 5 when your Gorgons and snakes deal combat damage and player loses half their life. Yee, ouch! That's gonna hurt in the morning. Especially if you have the Bloodletter Valklazats out. Yeah, that's gonna feel good. We got Neardiv, Devious Diver. A blue and 2 for a 2/2 legendary merfolk rogue. Whenever Neardiv, Devious Diver becomes tapped, target player mills cards equal to its power. Ew. Whenever you cast a spell from your graveyard or activate an ability of your card in your graveyard, draw a card and put a +1/+1 counter on Neardiv. Ew! Graveyard casting and mill? Oh, that makes me twitch. That's horribly wrong. Then we have Electro Duplicate, which is another reprint for a red and 2. You got a source that reads, create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, except it has haste in its beginning of the end step, sacrifice this token. And you can flash it back for 2 red and 2. Hoo-ha! Next up, we have Hurska Sweet Tooth. So this is Winifred the Pooh in Magic the Gathering form. So a green and 2 for a 3/3 legendary bear. Whenever Hurska Sweet Tooth attacks, create a food token. And whenever you gain life, you can pay a hybrid white-green. When you do, target creature gets +X/+X till end of turn, where X is the amount of life you gained. Ew. So pop a food token and pay a green or a white, and you get an instant giant growth. Yeah, that's heck. I might even stick that in my either my Mirkwood Forest deck my, or a Squirrel deck, or something, my Bilbo Food deck. In a food based deck, that thing is just gonna do all sorts of crazy stuff. Then we have Evereth, Viceroy of Plunder. So black and 2 for a 2/2 legendary vampire soldier. Has flying. Sacrifice another creature or artifact. Put a +1/+1 counter Evereth, Viceroy of Plunder. The sacrifice permanent was a treasure. Evereth gains lifelink till end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. When Evereth dies, you may pay a hybrid black, red, and 1. When you do, Evereth deals damage equal to its power to each opponent. Ew. So this in a treasure deck is absolutely gonna do absolutely fun things. Prosper loves her. Hoo-ha. This in a Prosper deck is just gonna do all sorts of nasty stuff. Next up, we have Rev, Tithe Extractor. So it's a black and 3 for a 3/3 human rogue. Whenever you attack, target creature gains death touch until end of turn. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, create a treasure token, then look at the top card of that player's library, exile it face down. You may cast that card for as long as it remains exiled. Ew! So Rev and the one we just talked about, Evereth, pair well together, because this one creates your treasure tokens that Evereth will use to boost up their power and toughness. And next up we have good old Muldrotha the Gravetide. Black, green, blue, and 3 for a 6/6 legendary elemental avatar. During each of your turns, you may play a land and cast a permanent spell of each permanent type from your graveyard. So hoo-ha. Next up we have Skyship Buccaneer. Now I don't recall, I think this is a newer card. But I could be wrong. So 2 blue and 3 for a 4/3 human pirate with flying. Has raid. When this creature enters, if you attack this turn, draw a card. Okay. Well, card draw on top of things. Then we have the Nessian Horn Beetle, which is green and 1 for 2/2 insects. At beginning combat on your turn, if you control another creature with power 4 or greater, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. And you can't have that without the Scooge. Scavenging Ooze. Green and 1 for a 2/2 ooze. Has pay 1, exile target card from a graveyard. There's a creature card, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature, and gain a life. Hoo-haw. Then we have Balmor, Battle Mage Captain. A blue and a red for a 1/3 bird wizard with flying. If you cast an instant or sorcery spell, creatures you control get +1/+0 till end of turn and gain trample till end of turn. So that's all I'm going to do for right now because we're at 20 minutes and I've still got a few more to go. But we've gotten some absolutely crazy spoilers, some really powerful reprints, and hoo-ha, we're going to see you on the next video.